just due to my age. I do have a cyst inside of my spinal cord, and they said that they would have to go in from the front and the back. They would have to collapse the lung, have a special surgeon on the front side, special surgeon on the back side. So they decided it was in my best interest to take the benefits from Uncle Sam and go home. It's definitely been a real challenge. I've been on a wide variety of medication as far as both for pain and behavior health. Still take medication currently, have to keep a doctor's note in my back pocket, have to keep a highly potent medication with me just in case I do have any of my episodes, whether it's flashbacks from losing people or flashbacks from mortar rounds coming in to dead bodies that I had seen, because it is war, let's face it, it does happen. So the introduction with our youngest was fairly difficult, especially since Mama here had some postpartum depression afterwards, and
big time,
and dealing with the PTSD and low patience and irritability and nightmares, so no sleep, and
adding a new baby, mom with postpartum. It just was a downward spiral kind of waiting to happen until I finally walked out of work early one day, called him and said, hey, I made myself an appointment. I need help. I can't continue to be an emotional roller coaster. And this was months after I had Jacob. So it's been an up and downhill battle, but it's never once affected our relationship by any means. Honestly, our relationship is extremely strong. I mean, let's face it, he's stuck with me. I ain't going nowhere. Unless it's the mailman, and that's an inside joke.
yeah,
So,
I still need child support money.
But this being our first video, I mean, we really wanted to get it out there that no one's alone. There's always going to be somebody there to help. It's just asking for it. And for us, that took a lot for us. I mean...
And it's still borderline.
Yeah.
We tried to introduce ourselves into a veteran suicide awareness group, and I don't play well with others. So it's one thing talking to a camera versus talking to people directly. I'm only partaking in this just to see how it goes. I don't know that actually individuals are gonna want to see anything beyond this point, but I know there's gonna be a lot of critics and people talking BS, but that's usual.
Look, I'm a happy-go-lucky person, always have been. He's the one to just sit back and watch. I think that's why we mesh so well, is I try to take the brunt of everything and kind of let him put his feelers out and see where he's able to kind of put himself.
No, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, to sit back and kind of watch and see who you're willing to interact with. You're not always willing to interact with everybody. So,
but that's a hit or miss, because there's sometimes where I just don't want to interact with anybody. It could be,
including me and the kids.
It could be one, it could be somebody that is here in the household. It could be a friend that I have.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It's just, it's a roller coaster of emotion.
I mean, I came home, was it last night? And Jacob, it's getting ready to be that time. Between 7 and 8 o'clock every night, this boy gets his second wind. And John does not. And you can tell how John's feeling by the color of his ears. His ears are good tonight, so we're okay. Last night, his ears were bright red. Asked him what was going on. Jacob's high-pitched screaming, and how he plays very roughly, and he doesn't stop. He gets a second wind and he's gonna go for 45 minutes, an hour. Or longer, exactly.
He likes to party like a rock star at night.
And it's one of those things that I'm used to it. And I mean, he is too, but I've learned to kind of just ignore it. And not in a sense of, oh, I'm your bad mom, you ignore your kids. It's a, no, I'm used to it. And it's a part, it's a part of his routine. And when you're in your routine, you just kind of let it go. Because if you try to stop it, that playtime is going to turn into a 2-hour cry session, and he's going to be in the chair behind us, rocking and crying. So you really got to take the bad with the good. And since everything, and we'll go into it in other episodes, he's been able to start talking. He was nonverbal. He's been able to start talking, which is...
He's reading.
Yeah, he's reading. He's 4 years old, and he's reading. 4.5, sorry. And he's reading. And he's made such leaps and bounds. It's just, in months' time, that something he was never able to do, like he never said mommy.
He wasn't able to communicate.
He wasn't able to communicate, but...
He was doing sign language a little bit to kind
more milk, eat. That's what we knew. And now he still signs, but he'll say more, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Eat, please. So he knows his manners. Thank goodness. But he's starting to come out of our shell, and it's allowing for us to come out of our shell as well. Our little bubble that we put our lives in to balance out, here he comes, the autism and the PTSD. Jacob! What do you want? Come here.
It's definitely helped with him becoming more verbal.
What did you want?
The stress just definitely, it lightens up a huge
bad
weight
pickies?
off of her shoulders.
We'll play bad. Do you gotta go potty?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be, okay, Daddy will take you to go potty.
Let's do it.
He just became potty trained as well, which is, oh, thank goodness. But we're gonna try to do these at least once a week. And we'll do, it's going to be between autism and PTSD. It's just going to be more of what we go through on a daily basis and kind of following our journey and going through all of this. Jacob's going to be transitioning to kindergarten possibly next year. And him, Zach, and Austin, of course, go to all different schools. Same school district, but different schools. So we're not sure. Go wash your hands. We're not sure really if he's going to transition into Zach's school or if he's going to stay in the school that he's in, because we don't know. So we hope that you follow our journey. We hope that you like us and continue to just stay with us and see how things go. We definitely will keep you guys updated on a weekly basis, let you know what we're doing and different things like that. So let us know, hit us up, comment, subscribe. We would love to have you guys follow us in our lives and be able to help as many people as we possibly can. He's too cute. He really is. So, John, you got anything else that you want to add? You want to see?
Yes.
Okay. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Blow kisses? All right. Do you have anything else you want to add? We're gonna try to do these. I told them on a weekly basis, and really,
We'll see how that goes.
yeah, we'll see with our chaotic life. Because right now,
This is a complete new experience for me, so
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how I'm gonna feel about it, especially based off of feedback too. I don't know if it's gonna do any good. I don't know if it's something that people are actually interested in. Like she said, one's experience isn't the same as somebody else's. I know people that were claiming PTSD that were sitting in offices, not experiencing any danger. Also receiving combat action
I
badges.
saw
you are short.
Like I said, everybody is different,
Nico.
Daddy is tall.
so it depends on if anybody wants to view this and what their opinion is.
Yeah. We're here.
But I will leave it on Mama if she wants to continue to do it weekly as far as
Yeah.
autism.
Autism, yeah, you'll mostly probably see me when it comes to the autism talks. You'll see him every once in a while pop in and get his opinion, because his opinion wasn't the same as what mine was starting out, and the therapies and everything else like that. So
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
and it's almost 7 o'clock, and so it begins. So this is where we'll leave you, and we will see you next week. Thank you for watching, and yeah, it's time to go. Bye, guys. Go ahead and click subscribe that way you guys can stay up to date.